Chilling encounters can leave even the bravest officers feeling uneasy. In this video, we'll explore 10 terrifying cases that truly scared the police. From haunted locations to unsettling confessions, these real-life stories blur the line between the known and the unknown. Get ready for a journey through some of the most spine-tingling investigations that left law enforcement questioning their own reality. Let's dive into the cases that shook the police to their core. Number 10. The Zodiac Killer. The Zodiac Killer is one of America's most infamous serial killers, active in Northern California during the late 1960s. He is confirmed to have murdered at least 5 people, including young couples targeted in secluded areas. His first victims were David Faraday and Betty Lou Jensen, shot near their car in December 1968. The killer gained notoriety for sending taunting letters and cryptic ciphers to newspapers, claiming responsibility for his crimes and boasting about his ability to evade capture. Despite extensive investigations, the Zodiac Killer was never apprehended, leaving a haunting legacy of fear and mystery that endures today. Number 9. The Green River Killer. The Green River Killer, Gary Ridgway, is one of the most notorious serial killers in American history, responsible for the deaths of at least 49 women between 1982 and 1998. Many of his victims were vulnerable individuals, including sex workers and runaways, targeted along Route 99 in Washington. Ridgway strangled his victims, often returning to the crime scenes to engage in necrophilia. He eluded capture for nearly 2 decades until advancements in DNA technology linked him to the murders. In 2003, he pleaded guilty to 49 counts of aggravated murder and received multiple life sentences without parole, claiming he killed as many as 80 women. Number 8. The BTK Strangler. The BTK Strangler, Dennis Rader, terrorized the Wichita, Kansas area from 1974 to 1991, committing 10 brutal murders. His nickname stands for Bind, Torture, Kill, reflecting his gruesome methods. Rader often targeted women, binding them before strangulation. He taunted authorities with letters detailing his crimes, creating a chilling cat-and-mouse game with law enforcement. After a 13-year hiatus, he resurfaced in 2004, leading to his arrest in 2005. Rader ultimately confessed to his crimes and was sentenced to 10 consecutive life terms without parole, leaving a haunting legacy of fear and unresolved questions in the community. Number 7. The Black Dahlia Murder. The Black Dahlia murder remains one of the most infamous unsolved cases in American history. On January 15, 1947, the mutilated body of 22-year-old Elizabeth Short was discovered in Leimert Park, Los Angeles. Her corpse was severed at the waist, drained of blood, and posed in a grotesque manner, with her face slashed to create a Glasgow smile. The killer sent taunting letters to the media, including Short's belongings, which were cleaned with gasoline. Despite extensive investigations and numerous suspects, including nightclub owner Mark Hansen and Dr. George Hodel, no one was ever charged. The gruesome nature of the crime and its enduring mystery continue to captivate and horrify. Number 6. The O.J. Simpson Case. The O.J. Simpson case, often dubbed the trial of the century, began after the brutal murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and her friend Ron Goldman on June 12, 1994. The crime scene revealed evidence of a violent struggle, with both victims stabbed multiple times outside Nicole's home in Los Angeles. Simpson, a former NFL star, became a suspect when police found blood evidence linking him to the crime. A dramatic police chase ensued when he failed to surrender, culminating in his arrest. The trial featured extensive media coverage, highlighting issues of race and police misconduct. Despite overwhelming DNA evidence, October 3, 1995, shocking many and sparking debates about justice and celebrity influence. In a subsequent civil trial, he was found liable for wrongful death and ordered to pay $33.5 million to the victims' families, but the criminal case remains a pivotal moment in American legal history. Number 5. The JonBenet Ramsey case. The JonBenet Ramsey case is one of the most infamous unsolved murders in American history. On December 26, 1996, 6-year-old JonBenet was reported missing from her home in Boulder, Colorado, after her mother, Patsy Ramsey, found a ransom note demanding $118,000. Despite the note's warning against contacting authorities, police were called immediately. Later that day, JonBenet's father discovered her lifeless body in the basement, showing signs of strangulation and a severe head injury. The investigation faced significant challenges, including mismanagement of the crime scene and intense media scrutiny. While the Ramseys were initially suspects, they were never charged. Over the years, various theories emerged, including intruder involvement and family cover-ups. Despite advancements in DNA technology and ongoing interest in the case, JonBenet's murder remains unsolved, leaving a lasting impact on both her family and the public. Number 4. The West Memphis 3. The West Memphis 3 case centers on the 1993 murders of 3 8-year-old boys, Steve Branch, Christopher Byers, and Michael Moore, in West Memphis, Arkansas. Their bodies were discovered in a drainage ditch, hogtied and showing signs of brutal mutilation, which led investigators to speculate about a possible satanic ritual. The police quickly focused on 3 local teenagers, Damian Echols, Jason Baldwin, and Jesse Miskelly Jr., who were arrested based largely on a coerced confession from Miskelly, despite a lack of physical evidence linking them to the crime. The trial was marred by public hysteria and sensationalism, with prosecutors emphasizing the boys' interest in heavy metal music and occult practices. In 2011, after new DNA evidence emerged that excluded the 3 men, they entered Alford pleas, allowing them to assert their innocence while acknowledging that prosecutors had enough evidence to convict them. They were released after serving 18 years in prison. Number 3. The Atlanta child murders. The Atlanta child murders occurred between 1979 and 1981, claiming the lives of at least 28 children, adolescents, and adults in Atlanta, Georgia. The series of murders created widespread panic, particularly as many victims were young African American boys. The investigation intensified after the bodies of 2 missing boys were discovered in July 1979. Wayne Williams, a local man, became the primary suspect after police linked him to 2 adult murders. Although he was convicted for these crimes, many believe he was responsible for the child murders as well. The case remains a haunting chapter in Atlanta's history, with unresolved questions still lingering today. Number 2. The murder of Meredith Kercher. The murder of Meredith Kercher occurred on November 1, 2007 in Perugia, Italy, where the 21-year-old British student was studying abroad. She was found dead in her bedroom the following day, with evidence suggesting she had been sexually assaulted and brutally killed. The crime scene revealed signs of a violent struggle, including multiple stab wounds to her neck and bruises on her body. Initially, Amanda Knox and her then-boyfriend Raffaele Solicito were implicated alongside Rudy Guedi, who was later convicted. The case drew international attention due to its sensational details and the subsequent trials, which were marred by controversies surrounding evidence and media coverage. Despite multiple appeals and retrials, the case remains a haunting reminder of the complexities of justice and the tragic loss of a young life. Number 1. The murder of Jill Dando. The murder of Jill Dando, a prominent British television presenter, occurred on April 26, 1999, outside her home in Fulham, London. As she approached her front door, a gunman shot her once in the head at point-blank range, leaving her keys still in her hand. Despite immediate medical attention, she was pronounced dead shortly after arriving at the hospital. The investigation became one of the largest in British history, with numerous theories emerging, including potential contract killings and personal vendettas. Barry George was convicted based on questionable evidence, but was later acquitted. To this day, Dando's murder remains unsolved, continuing to haunt both her family and law enforcement as they seek justice for the beloved television star. Thank you for joining us on this unsettling journey through 10 cases that scared the police. Each story reveals the eerie complexities of law enforcement and the mysteries that sometimes lie just beyond our understanding. If you found these tales captivating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What case shocked you the most?